Explaining my depression to my mother. A conversation. Mom, my depression is a shapeshifter. One day it's as small as a firefly in the palm of a bear. The next, it's the bear. On those days, I play dead until the bear leaves me alone. Depression is a common struggle among many teens and adults alike, affecting the people who we love and care for. And of course we want to help, but it's not always easy for them when the people who love them don't understand or can't help, no matter how much they care. Explaining My Depression to My Mother by Sabrina Benign and Joey by Neil Hilborn. I call the bad days the dark days. Mom says, try lighting candles. But when I see a candle, I see the flesh of a church, the flicker of a flame, sparks of a memory younger than noon. I am standing beside her open casket. It is the moment I learn every person I ever come to know will someday die. Besides, Mom, I'm not afraid of the dark. Perhaps that's part of the problem. Mom said, I thought the problem was that you can't get out of bed. I can't. Anxiety holds me hostage inside of my house, inside of my head. Mom says, well, where did anxiety come from? Anxiety is the cousin visiting from out of town that depression felt obligated to invite to the party. Mom, I am the party. Only I am a party I don't want to be at. Mom said, why don't you try going to actual parties? See your friends. Sure, I make plans. I make plans, but I don't want to go. I make plans because I know I should want to go. I know sometimes I would have wanted to go. It's just not that fun having fun when you don't want to have fun, Mom. You see, Mom, each night insomnia strips me up in his arm and dips me in the small glow of the stove light. Insomnia has this romantic way of making the moon feel like perfect company. Mom says, try counting sheep. But my mind can only count reasons to stay awake, so I go for walks, but my stuttering kneecaps clank like silver spoons held in strong arms with loose wrists. They ring in my ears like clumsy church bells, reminding me I am sleepwalking on an ocean of happiness that I cannot baptize myself in. Mom said, happy is a decision. But my happy is as hollow as a pin-pricked egg. My happy is a high fever that will break. Mom says, I am so good at making something out of nothing, and then flat out asks me if I'm afraid of dying. No, Mom. I am afraid of living. Mom, I am lonely. I think I learned when Dad left how to turn the angry into lonely and the lonely into busy. So when I say I've been super busy lately, I mean been falling asleep watching SportsCenter on the couch to avoid confronting the empty side of my bed. But my depression always drags me back to my bed until my bones are the forgotten fossils of a skeleton sunken city, my mouth a boneyard of teeth broken from biting down on themselves, the hollow auditorium of my chest swoons with echoes of a heartbeat. But I am just a careless tourist here. I will never truly know everywhere I've been. Joey always told me, laughing as though it were actually a joke, that he wanted to kill himself. But it was never the right time. There were always groceries to be bought and little brothers to be tucked in at night. Don't worry, Joey isn't going to kill himself 20 more lines into this poem. That's not the kind of story I'm telling here. Joey got a promotion, and now he can afford Prozac. Joey is Joe now. Joe is a cold engine in which none of the parts complain. Joe is a brick someone made out of fossils. If you remove money from the equation, Joey would have been painting elk on cave walls. And people would have fed him and kept him away from high places because, goddamn, look at those elk. We were 17. And I drove us all to punk shows in a station wagon older than any of us. We were 17, and I bought lunch for Joey more often than I didn't. We were 17, and the one time Joey tried to talk to me about being depressed when someone else was around, I told him to shut the hell up and asked him if he needed to change his tampon. You know that moment when the cartoon realizes he's taken 3 steps off the cliff? And he takes a long look at the audience, like we are carrying the last moving box out of a half-empty house. Joey looked like that, without the puff of smoke. Once I found Joey in my dad's office, staring at the safe where he knew we kept the guns. Once, Joey molded his car into the shape of a tree trunk and refused to give a reason why. I once caught Joey in biology class staring at his scalpel like he wanted to be the frog. There's one difference between me and Joey. When we got arrested, bail money was waiting for me at the station. When I was hungry, I ate. When I wanted to open myself up and see if there really were bees rattling around in there, my parents got me a therapist. I can pinpoint the session that brought me back to the world. That session cost $75. $75 is a month of bus fare. It's 2 weeks of groceries. It's not even a school year's worth of new shoes. It took weeks of $75 to get to the one that saved my life. We both had parents that believed us when we said we weren't okay, but mine could afford to do something about it. I wonder how many kids were unlucky enough to want to die and pull it off. How many of those kids had someone who cared about them but also had to pay rent? I'm so lucky that right now I'm not describing Joey's funeral. I'm so lucky we all lived through who we were to become who we are. I'm so lucky. I'm I'm so lucky.